Everybody, it's Adam again, and welcome back to my garage. Today we're doing something special. We're going to head down to Tri-City Dragway at MBS International Airport in Freeland, Michigan, and check out what they got going on here this summer. If you remember last year, we did a video at the car show, which was at the Dragstrip that had been closed for over 40 years, and basically had a lot of interest in the video, a lot of people asking questions. Knowing that now the car show's happening again this year, a lot of people want to know what the site looks like right now. So I got a hold of the organizer, Micah Fleming, and asked when he'd be available, and he told me to come on down to the track and have a look. So we're going to talk to Micah for a little bit. Maybe I'll get to spin some donuts or do some wild burnouts on the track. But at the end of the day, I want to see what's going on here. And we'll talk to Micah a little bit more about what their plans are for this year, but also for next year. Thanks for watching, and come along for the ride. End of the road here. You see some trucks parked down there, and as you can see up along the right hand side over here, they've knocked down all that brush back there. So last year it was pretty well a long hedgerow back over that way, lots of brush piles there, and you know, looks like basically they cut the grass and should pretty well be cleaned up all around here. So all right, hey Micah, how's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
Good, nice to meet you.
Yes.
So just for a little bit for the group here, you know, Micah and I had been trading some messages on Instagram after all that interest seemed to pop up on even on Facebook, right? Yep. You've had people asking questions about, you know, well, what have you done to the track and what's going on out there? You guys going to have another car show? And I don't know if it was you or someone else was alluding to some interesting things that could be happening here. And the car show is on for sure.
Car show's on August 11th.
August 11th, excellent. And you guys have been out here just, you know, the airport's been clearing the property. First question that comes to mind, I know like Tony Svetic had set this up last year as an Eagle Scout project, right?
Yep.
So how did you get involved in this?
So actually last year, it's kind of a funny story. So I took a tour of the airport with James, the airport director out here, and we talked a little bit about the track, and I went home that night being a history geek. Looked it up, found it online, read all the history. Then I found a Facebook group and actually made a post in there about hosting an event out here, a car show for charity. And Tony messaged me the next day, and he said he was already working on it. So he beat me to it by just a couple days, but then I helped him out a little bit with it and came out here, helped park cars, and took it from there. So
cool.
Yeah.
So is Tony involved in the event still, or you've pretty much picked it up from him now that he's gotten his project over with? Or
yep. So he's off to Ferris in the fall. So I've picked it up mostly. I believe he's still going to volunteer out here and help with some of the cleanup. But you know, always great to have someone on your side, especially when it's Svetics.
Yeah.
Great family. So
excellent. I guess as far as moving forward with everything you're looking at, you formed the 501c3.
We did.
As well. Okay. When did you guys form that, and kind of what made you want to formalize it a bit more like that?
So it talks about a little bit of our future plans and going into exploring new ideas for this area. So the 501c3 was formed in May, and we got recognized at the end of May on a federal level. So we can now accept donations and get grants and corporate dollars as well to do what we want. So we're set up as a nonprofit community development organization. So our main goal is to provide for the Saginaw community, whether it be through beautification, opening new event spaces, something along those lines.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it really starts to formalize it a bit more, and even now, like donations, I think can be tax deductible going to you guys as well. Yep. It's how that works. So hopefully it helps get some income stream for the group and helps it take off, you know. So one of the things, you know, you guys had an online registration already going. What's the furthest away anybody's registered or anything on that right now that you know?
So we didn't ask for their specific zip code or anything, but based off of the area code on their phone number, the farthest one I've seen so far is from Gary, Indiana.
Oh, excellent.
So what, 6-hour drive, something like that. So
yep,
it's pretty cool to see.
And maybe one more question and we'll get in the truck and take a little drive around here. For getting sponsors and stuff for this year, was it very difficult to find sponsors, or did you have people kind of knocking on the door asking, hey, when's the next one going to happen?
So it became very hard to get sponsorships at the beginning, and I was originally planning on making the announcement mid-May. So, you know, I texted Tony, told him I was having a little bit of trouble, and then he connected me with Tony Paris over at Garber Buick. So he was able to help out there, get a sponsorship from Garber. And then once that happened, you know, things just started rolling, sponsorships started coming in. So I think we're up to 6 right now, and amazing companies who really care about the community. So always grateful for it.
No, that's awesome, man. All right, let's get in the truck here. Let's take a little ride around. So we're actually on the south end of the track right now. It's where I met Mike over there. He must have been walking around all day out here just soaking it all in. We're going to go ahead and start really down kind of near where the finish line was, down here on this end of the track. And you know, last year when the car show was going on out here, it was packed, even down the access road on the side, absolutely packed. So we'll head down this way. So this is more towards the south end of the racetrack again down here. And I think this used to be where the spectator entrance was back in the day. At least that's what some of the old timers were telling me the last time we were out here.
Back off to behind the tower, there used to be a section of parking back there. So I don't know if the pit entrance was up here, or if it was the spectator entrance that kind of went along the track there.
Yep. Yeah, because if you're over on Freeland Road over there, there is a fence. Oh, it looks like somebody's got deer blind back there too. Very nice. But yeah, it'd be interesting, as it gets cleaned up more and maybe develops a little bit more, where they use what kind of entrance people will end up using more regularly down Sorrel Road or back there. Yeah. So we're gonna head back north, up going the wrong way on the track here. But I guess, Micah, from your perspective, kind of forming the charitable organization, etc., tells me that you probably have bigger plans in mind for the place. You're kind of just starting with the car show. Is this something that you think you want to do every year? You want to keep this going on an annual basis?
Absolutely. And it's my goal with the 501c3 to kind of look at our options and see what's available. There's take a lot of money to get this place back up and running. So, even looking at it, just clearing it, maybe using it as a venue place. You want some use out of it, see the life come back, and people really to be able to enjoy this area like they did when they were kids.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and I know, back in the day, 30, 40 years ago, the old terminal building, they used to host weddings and stuff up in a place called the Sky Room over there. Now I sound old, but it was awesome to see the airport and everything right out in front of you there when you're at a wedding reception, something real extravagant like that. To, like you said, like a venue out here, whether it's weddings or graduation parties or whatever, right? To have that available to people to reserve, that's a great idea. So the start line and Christmas tree had to have been up around this area somewhere.
Yep. So they were actually right in front of where the tower was.
Okay.
So they're right in this area, right over here, to our right. I believe that was a light post.
Light post right there.
And then
okay.
Up here is where the tree was.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
So you can kind of see the black plate where the tree stood, and I believe there's still an actual electrical box in there.
Nice. Okay. Yep.
So
that's cool. I guess when you get the next car show going, you guys gonna have the Christmas tree up there again like you did last year?
We're hoping to, and we're actually wanting to remake the sign that stood in front, or was in between the tree.
Oh, okay.
The old Tri-City Dragway sign that had Saginaw, Michigan on it. So looking to remake that.
Awesome.
Keep those costs down.
All right, so let's we'll head back to the tower in a second. Let's go back over this way, because I think there's a concession stand or something back along the line over here. Speaking of concessions, what was your favorite food truck last year that was here?
I actually did not get a chance to have any.
You were busy. You were working, right?
I was very busy all day. Constant flow of cars in and out, so I know they sold out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Too, so didn't get a chance to get any.
I had an awesome pulled pork sandwich. My son was here with me too, and it was a mess for him walking back, but he really enjoyed it too. So, all right. So I think over here on the left, right, there's that's an old concession stand back in there, right?
Yep.
We're gonna go ahead. Mike is gonna take us inside this old concession stand, or at least have a look back in here somewhere. We'll see what we got going on.
So we actually have to map this out to see the dimensions.
Okay.
And you know how big it is. Be careful for any possible poison ivy. Don't see any right yet. Looks like they actually have a fire hose right here.
Huh. I mean, in these walls, you don't really see many like bad cracks or anything like that. Maybe a little bit of like weathering and stuff there, but structurally they still seem pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's mostly the same with every single building. You know,
Okay.
We're running into the issue of all the trees, obviously overgrowing
growing into it. Yep.
the vines.
Yep.
So you know, if we were to do work on this, really the only thing that would have to be replaced is all the wood. Which, you know, that's nothing compared to the actual structure.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's amazing how this is, how it's held up out here.
Yeah. So when we were actually looking at the other concession stand and admission stand as well, we were trying to find some old memorabilia.
Okay.
We weren't able to. There's a couple of signs back there. And
Yeah.
you can kind of see the restroom signs and everything like that still, but
What about like the power source out here? Like, how did they get power out to the track? Was there a line or something that used to run up, or is it buried? Do you know?
so the old plans for the airport showed that they had a power line that came in.
Okay.
Which went from the tower, I believe it went underneath the track over to these buildings. So yeah, I mean it was pretty accessible back then. Obviously now to put electrical in, you're talking a couple $100,000.
Sure. Yep.
So you know you'd have to figure out something solar, something like that. So the airport actually they just got rid of their Doppler radar. So that area was actually right out by the gate that
Yep.
you came in at.
Yep.
So you know there's electricity out there too if needed.
Okay.
To push it out here.
That's awesome. I mean, the fact that you want to kind of keep the buildings that have been here and just rehabilitate them and so forth. I know a lot of people just bringing back memories for people who had been out here. If they see
absolutely.
the same kind of buildings, I mean that's an awesome goal for sure.
And I'm a huge history geek, so I mean I like those old buildings.
Yeah. It kind of has like a nice patio feel to it with the vines and stuff up there. You know, I'm jealous. I kind of want something like this over my deck at home. That would be nice.
Grab
Yeah.
a picture of this.
Yep.
I wonder what these posts would be for.
Oh, there's like another room attached on the back of it, huh? Is that like another restroom or something back there?
Yep, so this would be one of the restrooms, and actually, you know, the roof structure looks pretty good in through here.
Wow.
Obviously, it's pretty dark back here, but I don't know how much you'll be able
Cool.
to pick up.
No, that's good. They were in good shape.
Yeah, so if you see, I mean, all these beams are actually in perfect condition in
Yeah,
here.
man. Looks like somebody did something to the urinal there. Took out some aggression maybe after losing a race.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty funny. I mean,
Oh, jeez.
you know, most of them are smashed in
Yeah.
the other one and on the other side here, so surprised to see one fully intact.
Yeah. We got to keep that one around here. That's wow. The sink looks to be in good shape there too.
Mainly what we would do is probably clear a couple feet around the building. Right now we're kind of just working on measurements and you know, trying to get an aspect for the money that it would take to have to paint it all, redo it all, so
Yep.
you know, you can't see it on Google Earth anymore either.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't help too much.
Cool.
I'm really interested to see how far back that concrete actually goes.
Yeah.
Because down there, I don't know if it was just for the concession stand or not, but it looks like it went pretty far back. I'd also like to see if sometime we come out here when it's cleared, if we can see the foundation to the, there used to be a garage out here.
Oh, okay.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. You can see the runways there on the left side, so the airport has always been intimately close to the old dragway here. We're gonna head back to the place that everybody always wants to see. It's one of the iconic structures here at the dragway. I think it's right back down this path over here. All right, so let's pull off over here. And I'm gonna drive my truck back. No, I'm not gonna do that. I have had this on trails up north, but at least there are 2 tracks and cleared out enough.
Yeah, I don't think you'd get through there.
Let's head back over here by the tower. It's kind of an awesome sight just seeing it empty down there. You know, blank drag strip just kind of off into the golden hour here right now. Oh yeah, there she is. I think there's probably 2,000 photos online of everybody taking a picture next to the tower, you know, and I saw one on Instagram. I'm like, that guy took my photo, and I'm like, nope, there's about, you know, there's thousands of other ones. Oh, that's cool. So you think that structure is good enough to potentially rehabilitate there, or what do you think?
So we've actually looked at it quite a bit, and just off initial thoughts, we haven't actually gone up there on the floor or anything. First floor is in actually pretty decent condition. Structure-wise, it's very good.
Okay.
But my worry is with some of these beams up here. You can see one of them is starting to rust through a little bit there.
Some steel beams that are up on the second floor there, yeah.
Yep, and then by just glancing at it, all the rest is in pretty good shape. So,
okay.
You know, it's that could run into a pretty big issue with that one beam, though.
Yeah. Is that like a stairwell on the side over there, or did they have like it almost looks like an elevator shaft, but I'd be surprised if they had a friggin' elevator out here.
Yeah, so it actually used to be a spiral stair.
Okay. Oh man.
And apparently someone still has it in their garage somewhere. So I mean, it'd be pretty cool to put it back up.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sure it's in a bunch of pieces right now, or in a junkyard somewhere. So
yeah. You got photos of that anywhere? At least reproduce it, but replicate it potentially.
Yeah. I mean, we got some historic pictures of the spiral, and I mean just the tower in general. So we could probably do it. It'd be pretty pricey though.
That's cool, man. That's awesome that these, you know, the structures are all still pretty sound. That's it's cool to see that.
So here's our little mess we created last year. This was all sitting out in front of the tower.
Oh.
It's all boards from it just falling off and stuff. So
had to clean her up a little bit for the big day.
Yeah. I think the second floor was for timing and announcing. I don't know what the first floor was for.
Okay.
And then the bottom back there, we can go back there, was all just storage.
Okay.
So it's pretty coal.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it looked like there was a chalkboard or something up on the wall down here. Or is that that's a window that's green. It looks like a chalkboard.
Yep. So actually, I believe they used to board up the windows, but I'm not too sure.
Oh, okay.
But obviously they had to smash them all out.
Let's head around to the back there.
Right through here, there's a lot of glass and stuff.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, you still have all your electrical boxes and stuff. Not worth too much now, but
yeah, jeez. And those are what the old panels up from the top, like the blue panels that you see up around. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm a little mad that someone took the sign off the front, but
yeah,
very understandable. I'd want that too.
Somebody enjoyed a bush light back here, I see.
Yeah, there's a green can right behind you. Or right
oh yeah, yeah.
Too, so.
There's got to be, like you said, there's got to be some stuff that you could put up in a kind of like a little exhibit of memorabilia around.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely think. I mean, like. It'd be even cool to put these signs back up on the top.
Yep.
I'm sure there's some stuff up on the floors and
some old breakers there, man. Holy cow. New tone alarm system up there. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then we actually found in this other concession stand back here, there's actually some old tubes where you can see where all the water came from and stuff.
Oh, cool.
They must have hooked up somewhere down the track and must have been a fire hydrant or something down there that they hooked up to.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, so this tower definitely generates a lot of publicity during the car shows. Anything special planned over this way, at least for this year's car show?
So plan as of now is to kind of clear some of this over here and not the big trees, it's kind of pricey, but clear some of this brush out of here and make it open and visible from the track. So
cool.
Hopefully we'll have some grass or weeds, something growing here.
Yep. And I know back in the day when I would drive past this as a kid, you could see the tower from Freeland Road out there. Yeah. Yep. And my brother and I don't know, probably 15, 20 years ago, like all this grew up really fast.
Yeah.
And we thought that they'd torn it down and we're like, oh, it's kind of sad. And then like last year when we walked out here, man, it was awesome to see this thing. Like just walking up, it's a monument unto itself. And then, so, at least from a usage perspective, like there was some police academy, I think you see some like cone marks on the road and stuff. And if James was out here, I would ask him if I could do some test and tune in my BMWs, do some hooning around the track. But I don't know how they would take to the tire noises. But just looking up and down here, I guess, any thoughts on the surface, like even for the car shows or the police academy type stuff, are they planning to keep this surface the way it is, or what do you think?
Yep. So future plans for now are kind of trying to help out the police academy, as well as, almost every single police department around here uses the property for driving. So, you've had some interest from some fire departments as well who want to do their training out here, their driving training, and even some CDL courses want to do it up here.
Nice.
So, it really opens up a lot of opportunities, and even during that time you could even use this property parking. You could have festivals. You could do something on a smaller scale with the way it is right now. So
yep. No, that's awesome. Maybe it was the police academies that had all the beer bottles back behind the tower here. They're the only ones using the track.
They got cones back there.
They got cones back there too. All right. Well, Micah, thanks a lot for taking me on a tour out here, man. If I did some burnouts or squealed the tires, it'd probably generate a little too much attention. But at the end of the day, hopefully we hear some tires burning down here at some point. But the car shows and so forth, I know it's generated a lot of interest already. And long term, are you going to have NHRA racing out here or something?
We'll see.
Oh, yeah? All right, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for taking me around.
Thank you.
Yep. Tell you what, man, Mike has got a lot of energy. He's got a lot of passion for this place, and I really appreciate that he took the time out of his day to show me around here. Hopefully gives you guys a preview of what's to come, not only this year, but what he's got in store long term for this place as well. I know a lot of people love the history of this place, and as you learn there, Mike is quite the history buff as well. So that's a good mix of passion and the desire to, you know, make something, give something back to the community with this foundation here as well. So hopefully he gets a lot of good turnout for the car show this year, and sounds like he wants to make it an annual thing, trying to build up some funds to go ahead and restore some of the buildings here. And man, I tell you what, it's gonna be quite the sight once they get all that brush torn down and you can finally see that control tower from the track again. That'll be an awesome sight for anybody that comes to the car shows here. So again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more car content, and hopefully you guys will see some more content coming from the strip here in the future. This is an awesome place. Take care, everybody.